and today we're going to talk about a book. So, tell us about your book. Thanks, Harry. I have all of your books, even the last one, which didn't even come out yet, and it's great. And then I have all of your movies, and oh yeah, about the book. Death, Loss, and Departure are all focal points in Sarah's Key by Tatiana de Rosne. This book was historical fiction. It was a very emotional and touching story about a girl from the past and a woman from the future. What happened in your novel, and can you give us a short summary? Well, in Sarah's Key, Sarah is taken from her home in the Val d'Hiv roundup thing in France, and she locks her brother in the cupboard to keep him safe and promised to return. She didn't return in time. 60 years later, Julia Darmond, a journalist, finds Sarah's story, and it affects her life greatly as Julia suffers her own losses.
We'll return to you after this.
Are you in pain?
No.
Pain spray!
Ow.
Pain spray.
What was your opinion on Sarah's Key? It was a very good book. The events in the story were tremendously detailed, and this book made me cry many times. Another reason is because the book was based on true events from 1942, which I thought is really interesting. The characters were made up, but it was all, yeah. Did the author do anything unique that you liked in the book? Actually, yeah. The author kind of wrote her story into sections where she jumped back and forth from Sarah to Julia. For example, the author would be with Sarah, who was just rescued from the camp and was now in hiding with an old couple who took her in. Then on the next page after that section, she would begin with Julia, who would be researching the Val d'Hiv, because that was her job since she was a journalist. And she would, find a story, and it was, the anniversary of it, and her boss wanted her to write about it since she was the American who was in France, and nobody from France really wanted to talk about it. Another thing she did was she kind of split the sections up into, almost like a journal entry, and it was in the first person with Julia, and I believe it was in the third person with Sarah, and it would be a journal entry from Julia who was going through her thoughts and her own mindset, and then there was Sarah who was going through a whole different group of things that were happening to her. Sarah was worried about the Nazis, while Julia was worried about her husband, but in a way the two stories were combined, making it feel like the characters were all related. Thank you everyone for watching, and also read the 7th book of the series. It's called Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Hold on, I'll show it to you. Accio book. It's great. I kill Voldemort, and I fight people, and Dobby dies, and you'll cry. It's very sad. Thank you. Bye.